Hello guys, Alex Fedotoff here, and today, I love these videos, man. Conversation with our clients, our amazing clients in the e-commerce scaling secrets program, Nadav and Lynn. These guys are doing amazing numbers. They're doing 30K a day with their brand, and yeah, today I want to ask them about like how they got to this level, and also kind of like how they think. So a lot of the lessons that everyone could replicate for themselves in their business. So guys, glad to have you on.
Glad to be here, Alex. Glad to be here.
I mean, these guys are young. So like you how old are you? Like 20, you said 22, 23?
23. We just this is our like second year on ecom, and we've done like little brands, and then like I started like at a small brand, had a lot of mistakes at the start, and then when I wanted to scale up, I kind of teach myself from YouTube, learning from your videos, and kind of educated myself to become what I am today, basically.
That's awesome. Cool. And so you mentioned that like you started, so the brand that you're currently running, right? Did you start it from drop shipping first, or like you just like started like totally new product, like custom product? How did you start it in the first place?
Actually, when we started this brand, I had my store. Nadav had his own store, and we kind of wanted to make this current store, like at a little scale, just to each month bring us a little bit of money. And we started the store as a drop shipping. At the first day, we saw a lot of tons of potential, and immediately we changed to branding. Now it's a real brand.
So how did you do that? So did you like customize the packaging right away, or like you've made some modifications to the product? What did you do to kind of like make that transition so fast?
Basically, like from the stores that I created at the start, I had a lot of mistakes. So from those mistakes, I kind of learned that you need to build the sales team. You need to build something as a back to really push a brand. So lately, like Facebook showing that it's going to be like a break-even platform, and all of the back is going to save you basically. So what we are doing now, basically, it's being like more of a brand, putting all of the sales team together, like email marketing, great packaging, and a lot of engagement with the customers, with the help of a lot of influencers, and really trying to be like more sustainable and everything, and just thinking that Facebook is going to be a break-even platform, and we want to push ourselves to be like something that's going to collect the customers, the emails, the leads, and push more into that. So this is how we are going to scale for now.
Also, I think that a lot of people think that brand is only custom boxes, and this is only a minor thing. I think a really important thing in a brand is like all of the customer service is a huge thing on branding. Let's say our customer support is really important to us. Also, the feedback score showed it. We have like 4.9 feedback score, 4.5. I think the customer service is also a really huge thing in branding, and not all only custom packages and
So did you hire someone like and train them? Like how did you, or like one of you guys is doing the customer support? How do you structure that?
When we started the store, after around 1 month, we hired one VA, trained her, and now she is the manager of the VA department. She trains the other VAs.
That's awesome. That's exactly how it should be done. A lot of people would hire for their first VA, and that person, then when they hire another person, then they have again like put all of the time and effort in training like the second person, the third person, and they become a bottleneck in their own business.
Yes, but as we want to structure it right now, basically it's taking someone, giving him like a small promotion, then he will be more happy in the company. So we kind of just tell him, okay, you got a promotion, now you become the manager, you lead the team, and now you learn more skills and adapt in our company. So basically it's kind of getting them emotionally attached with us, and we've kind of inspired them with like a lot of skills that we teach them and everything. So basically they grow with us. So this is another thing that they're really pushing the work, and we're also like utilizing them for basically we take one person and just make him do like basically the max thing that he can do, and even above that. So basically our sales team now basically got a social media manager that really pushes a lot of work in our company, and she helps really for the branding aspect. Basically, she does the work of collecting a lot of UGC from the customers, and also contacting influencers and everything. And basically from her work, we get like each week a lot of UGC content to really utilize for our ads. And from that, we can really grow. So basically, this is another strong thing that we got in our company. And we took her for the job. And she also answered the DM messages and everything, all of the customer aspect as well, as kind of a bonus. But now we kind of just want her to focus on the social growth and the content saving and influencers. And this is like a really, really big tip in this branding aspect. Then you can take someone, hire them for just the social growth, basically.
That's awesome. So how many people do you have on your team currently?
It's about 10 to 11.
Around 10, yeah.
And everyone is like remote, or you have them in the office?
It's remote, like from the Philippines
and yeah.
Ukraine, I think, yeah.
So how did you start? Like, so when you initially started a business, right? Like how much time did it take you to kind of like get the initial traction, you know, it's like when you just first got into like e-commerce, into drop shipping?
Like you send the first store or like in this specific brand?
Oh, the first one, just like when you started from zero, you know, like
not
knowing anything, how much time it took you?
Basically, for me, like I had like a store like by myself, and Lynn had like his own experience. We kind of combined forces later on. But for my experience, I kind of just watched YouTube, and I told to myself, I'm not going to invest $1 until I see that I really understand everything. Basically, I wanted to learn everything before I start. Until I didn't finish the learning aspect, I didn't start even spending $1. So basically, I opened everything free, all the apps for free, and just learned. And basically, after I learned, I just took a product, spent around $100 on Facebook, didn't work. So then I kind of found something like a little hack, so I can earn like $100 extra like for free from like something. So I used that $103 and just open a brand, use that free money, and from that free money I got like I think by luck I had like a massive success with one creative, one product. I didn't touch nothing for like three months. This was my main mistake. Didn't touch nothing, didn't have like a great experience with the customer support and everything. So I had a lot of mistakes. Only use PayPal, only use one business manager, and a lot of mistakes, but I had a lot of customers, so I had a massive luck. So I really got inside deep in the e-com and learned a lot of mistakes. So basically the brand failed after 3 months, but I earned a lot of money, a lot of cash flow, and this was great. After that, I partnered up like with 2 partners, and we made another brand. They teach me a lot because they were like about 2 years in the e-com now, and they teach me a lot. So I learned mistakes. Then I learned from guys about branding. And after that, like I wanted to leave after like around 3 months, around 4 months. I wanted to leave the brand because we were 3 people in the company. It's kind of hard with 3 people. You can manage with 3 people in the company. It's not like good for the e-com, like for my stack. So I learned a lot about branding, about like packaging, about like delivering like good support and everything. Then I'd like them at a time of my own, just learning again. Then I discussed with Lynn about like what he's doing and everything. And then we kind of had the free time. Basically, we just told to what we are going to do now. We had the free time. We thought to ourselves, let's open like a store for 2 days. Let's invest like 2 days, see how it goes. We upload a creative, we upload a great product with a problem solution idea. Basically, it worked like right away from the first day. We just spent like I think around $14 for the domain. Basically that. And on Facebook, you don't need to really pay the Facebook until you reach like $50. So we can play with only $40 to make what we are doing today. Basically, just use a good creative, good problem-solving product, and basically that's it.
That's awesome. And so that process of like learning, you said that you didn't want to get started until you learn everything. How long that process took you?
1 month, but I didn't left home. I just learned. Basically, I watched a lot of case studies, a lot of people mistakes, and then solutions to them. A lot of about Facebook bans, a lot of about how to play with creatives and everything. Just learn from the experience, basically.
That's very interesting because, you know, there are some people who have been like in e-commerce for like 2-3 years, you know, 2-3 even more years, you know, and they still don't do like good numbers. So for me, it's like I'm trying to reverse engineer what gets some people to get like very successful, you know, to very good numbers and great success within like relatively short period of time. And for other people, why it takes them so long, you know, like for example, some people been like drop shipping like 2 years. They didn't have like branded products. They kind of like still doing exactly the same thing that they have done in the past. So what do you think? What's your observation of that?
Like, I think it's just about like learning and actually putting things into action. So basically, if I had like a lot of mistakes from the first brand, I really learned what to do. And then I fixed them for the second brand and then for the third brand. So basically, like the first store was a lot of problems with the shipping and bans from Facebook, bans from PayPal. Then boom, I fixed it for the next store. Great shipping, great customer experience, but it didn't work just because we were three partners, so I left. And then we moved to a third brand, but now I got like even Lynn, and Lynn is very good like with the customer support, packaging, videos, and much more. And I kind of brought all of what I learned into that. Lynn also had like his own experience, his own journey, and brought all of that into that. And basically we combined forces, and even just from $14, we made all of that together. So basically I think it's about choosing the right product with a great idea and thinking about the customer and about the funnel and about like the customer experience, what is going to do with that product, what is going to do, like just giving a good idea, basically giving like a problem solving product and just utilize that into Facebook. And if Facebook doesn't work, just utilize into like other platforms like influencers, and then come to Facebook again. I think it's just about like choosing the right product, play with what you learn, because I see people that really doing like the same thing over and over again, and they just don't learn from what they do, and they don't stop and learn and then go again. Because I had like periods of half a year, 3 months without nothing, without cash flow, without nothing. And I thought to myself, I don't want to go to learn now at school and everything. I want to go and be my own guy and just think about something good and just bring all of my knowledge into that.
That makes a lot
I
of
can
sense.
say that something that really helped me to success in e-commerce is something I call quality control and optimization. It's basically, in the past, I had a few failed stores. So I looked at what went wrong, what I can improve, and I did optimization for the next stores. Basically, you need to learn from the mistakes, not wait for the perfect knowledge, because there is no perfect. You can always learn new things. You just need to do and improve and learn from mistakes.
Hey guys, people have been asking me how we scale to multiple 6 figures or even 7 figures per month without getting shut down on Facebook. And we have a very sophisticated solution for this that I want to share with you, but it's just like too valuable to give away for free. So if you guys want this solution, just book a call with one of my team members and we'll show you exactly what it is and how it works, and we'll see if that's a good fit for you and for your business. So just book a call with my team member. We'll share it with you so you can scale your business to multiple 6 figures or even 7 figures per month without getting shut down on Facebook, without having inconsistency, and with high profitability. So just book a call with my team and I'll see you there. Every big company, you know, if you think about like Apple or Google, you know, all these like big companies, they started like very small, right? But you know, they done things very fast, like learn from their mistakes, right? Adapted, right? So I think there is a part of it that you said is very important. People looking for this like perfect process, right? Or people looking for this like perfect like Facebook ads course, or people looking for this like perfect outline, but there is none. There is none of that, you know, because there is a lot of like incoming data, your context, I mean, your product, your situation, I mean, your ad accounts even might be different, you know, than other people have. And the fact that what you said about like adapting to the data and kind of like making adjustments according to the data and making less of what doesn't work and more of what works, I think it's such a massive factor.
There is no perfect. That's it.
So how long you've been with this brand? Like 1 year, you said? Or
this brand since January, half a year.
Half a year.
So no, it's from November. I think it's about like almost 9 months, something like that, even more.
So like what, like how iOS update has impacted your business? What changed in your business since iOS? Because I mean, you're still doing like, what's interesting is like, you're still doing good numbers. In our business, we're doing good numbers. You know, a lot of people are getting fucking crushed, you know, like right now, like with iOS, I mean, they don't know what to do. So what happened since iOS update? How did you adapt? And like, how is it set up for you right now?
Basically, I learned from, you had a call with Marek, and I really learned about creatives. And creatives, basically, it's a big part from the business. So basically, if you put like a great creative, you push it to Facebook, Facebook will kind of put it on the right people. So basically, we thought that if iOS is going to give us shit and we can't read the data, so what we need to do is basically bring tons of creatives, tons of angles, and just push it. And while we push it, you know how to kind of read the CPM, CTRs, cost per click. You know how to read the data kind of. But the data isn't correct, but you know to read it kind of. So what we take, what we do, we take them into action. We give them like a bigger budget. And if we see that the sales are going to increase, basically it means the creative is good. And then we're going to increase, and just refresh the creative each week, each 2 weeks. And this is what saved us basically. Just putting a lot of creative inside the system and just using that, because if iOS is going to kill us, basically it will be really hard to read the data. So what you need to do, improve your sales team, basically. Just improve creatives, improve funnel, improve everything, improve the background, hire more people for, I don't know, like call center sales, emails, SMS, just improve all of the background, because Facebook is going to be a break-even platform soon. Like this is what I think. So you need to improve everything, basically. All of the background, even go to more socials like Google, Pinterest, go for more.
So how's like what you said about the creative is definitely, that's the same way that we do in our business. We put so much emphasis on it. So how do you do it? How do you structure it in your business? Like, how do you source this creative? Like, who do you pay? Like, do you use like Instagram? Like, do you see Instagram influencers or use your own customers? What do you do for that?
Basically, I told you that I got a social media manager. So basically, I tell her, ask customers to bring us content, ask customers to bring us videos and everything. So if a customer like upload a story, she tell him, hey, why you don't give us like another video, another like photo, like another thing, basically. So we squeeze content from customers, basically. And not only that, we also utilizing the influencers. So basically, we are using hashtags of bloggers, influencers, and more stuff. So influencers come to us, and we're also sending influencers like messages and everything in all of the platforms. So basically, we get content from customers, we get content from influencers, and we kind of take each Sunday like a big folder from the social media manager. She sent us it, and we just put, I think, all of the videos that are going to kind of be good in our eyes. We just put them on Facebook without touching. So basically, we got a raw footage of videos and everything that kind of can work, because our last winner creative was just a creative from I think a customer, and we just used that, put it on Facebook, and it worked. Basically, it worked. So we just thought that UGC, it's kind of more relatable to the customers. They get more emotionally touched because they think that if they see something is like related to them and not like a professional video, maybe it can work. I think it's also in your course. So I think it can work. So we are using that, like taking, I don't know, like let's say 15 videos of UGC, and then we make like 5 professional videos. So let's say we push like 20 like this each week, 1 or 2 can work, let's say. And then we refresh it in like a period of 1 to 2 weeks.
So in terms of like every week, on typically like how many pieces of creative, like new creative, would you test per week on average week? If you
the goal is around 20 a week, 30 a week.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
I would say it's like a matter of panic. Like if you're panicking for like squeezing now a winner creative because your data is shit, just test more. Test like even 40, test 100. I don't mind. So basically, it's a matter of panic, kind of.
I can also say about creative. In e-commerce, a lot of people think that they need to go crazy with the videos, like make very professional videos. And we found out that pure UGC sometimes works better than a professional video. Like we have currently a video of UGC, just customer picture the product with 12 million views, no editing, only pure UGC. So it's it's also important not only to edit professional videos, because the customer, they want to see something, they can relate to.
This is awesome. So that piece, for example, that piece of content that you're using, how much did it cost you to source that piece of content?
Free, basically. Most of them are free.
Basically free. Even we can get money.
We have on the packaging, we have a sentence like, don't forget to picture me and upload to my story and tag me. And a lot of customers are doing it. And we are getting like free footage every day, like tens of footage and videos. And the social media manager replies. She says like, I really like the footage. Can you send me more? And they just do it.
This would be like a game changer for a lot of people. A lot of people, like they take like content from like YouTube, or like they try to pay these like influencers, or, they simply like run with one video. I know some people that been using like the same piece of content for like, for months or years, and it works until it doesn't. And so having this, the way you do it, you said like there's like just a sentence, tag us on Instagram, right? And people get featured or something like that?
People just do it. Like if you have a cute package with the like engaging package, people will interact with it.
That's awesome. So in terms of packaging design, right? So Nadav said that you, Lynn, are very good like with branding, with packaging design. So how do you approach that when, let's say, so here's a product we want to brand, here's a product we want to really kind of like scale. So how do you hire some people, or you're like good in Photoshop yourself? Like how do you approach the design of the packaging for the products?
Basically, I design myself because I really like it. But before I start, I'm doing a research like of a big brands that I like. I search packages, search on Pinterest, like e-commerce package design. I make a folder of inspiration of things I like. And I just see I can make my own vision,
Do you have like a brand book? Like, do you have like specific colors that you use for every time on the packaging, on the website, in your content?
Yeah.
Cool. So did you have like design experience before you started this brand?
Not something professional. I just did it for a fun time. Like I learned from YouTube, not for a job or something.
And you guys are so awesome. Like it's very impressive. It's like you never started. It's just like, you took YouTube. Everyone has access to fucking YouTube, and it's like, and still, you guys are outliers. So here's, what I mean? Like something about you guys. You're based in Israel, right?
Yeah.
I know, like in Israel, like even like personally, like there's some of the best like media buyers, like advertisers in the world. There are in Israel. I don't know if you know.
I think so. We are not in this market specific, like we are not like learning about this market because we are just going like worldwide, basically, like to the US, to Europe now. So we are not like focusing in this market and finding out like information over here. We're finding out information over there, like in worldwide, because this market it's kind of small. So we want to grow like in the big markets.
But do you guys connect with some other maybe like media buyers or some other like e-commerce entrepreneurs or some people like locally, or no?
No, I think your community is like doing like amazing, man. We don't need that. We don't need to communicate too much. Like we have like a question. We just go ahead, find the people, go on a call with them, network with them a bit, and then like find up so many options to do like even one test. So basically, like before, just when we start your program, basically, I had a call with Joe. Joe really teach me about like AOV and improvement and everything. So basically, from one tip of a guy like in your community, basically we went from I think 30 to 36 like in the AOV, and it really improved our margin and everything. Wow. Just from one tip. So then I was like amazingly surprised from that, and this was like my first time like networking with a guy. And then I told to myself, and also Lynn saw it, that we need to network much more, like network, even scheduling like 2 meetings a week, 3 meetings a week with more people, meet more people, because even like a beginner can surprise you with like something amazing. Like let's say a beginner maybe learns some kind of a hack to solve like a big issue for you. So basically it's about networking. Like if you want to increase like AOV, I would say you got a lots of videos on YouTube. You can solve like so many, like you can get so many ideas. And then if you go ahead and talk like with the right people, then you can discuss about those ideas and maybe go like a crazy flow. So this is what I'm focusing now. So basically, let's say I got like an idea for a call center. Boom, I bring it to the right people, discuss about that, and build a sales team about that. Let's say influencers, I talk with the right people, like in your community or overall, then boom, we build a system about that. And then this is all the background I'm talking about. So if we build now a brand, like let's say we are on 30K a day, our goal is to be like 100K a day. And I think with your community, like we can do that because like we just think of an idea, boom, we get more options to grow with the overall knowledge about it.
About networking, I have to say that it's really important not to judge before you talk with someone, because we had a call with someone from your community, from the 7-figure group, and we told at the beginning, like, he's not really at our level, like, what can we learn from him? Like, maybe it will be a waste of time. And after the call, I was like shocked. I wrote like 2 pages of notes. So it's really important not to judge before you hear someone. Yes, really important.
Like even like a small fish, like 1K person, like $100 a day person can even teach you like a little hack, like even like one word, one sentence, like can change everything basically.
If you come with open-minded, you can learn from anyone.
I think that's such a good point. Even myself, I've noticed at some points, like in my life, like when my growth was like more like stagnant, I've evaluated and I've recognized that my ego was like preventing me from reaching out to people. Even like I was like in masterminds, But it's like, it's not enough to be in mastermind. It's like, you have to be open-minded. You have to reach out to people. You have to connect with people. You have to ask them questions. You have to observe. You have to learn. And so, yeah, I think that's such a massive...
You have to leave the comfort zone, because if you're stuck in the comfort zone, you can't like move forward in your business, in your life. So it's really important.
For sure, guys. So in terms of like your ROAS overall, like since iOS update, did it drop on Facebook, or it's like just maintained the same how it was for you?
Basically, the ROAS, we are not looking at the ROAS. We are not looking like at the conversions on Facebook. Mm-hmm. Basically, what I do, because I think that now I can't really hire like a media buyer because all of these changes and everything. I want to be like the brain of the Facebook. Yeah. So basically what I do is just using the UTM analytics to find out how many sales, let's say an ad set got, let's say a campaign got. So basically from the UTM analytics, I just view the sales. I want to see how much sales this campaign brought me. Okay. And also like the UTM analytics sometimes take a day to update. So usually I go like wait a day, and then view the data of the last days, not on the current day, because it can like miss some data. So this is first thing, I just view the sales from the Google Analytics. And then what I do, I go over to Facebook and view the spend. So basically I look at the spend compared to the sales. And let's say one campaign got like a specific creative, another campaign got a specific creative. Then I go over and match the spend near the sales. Then I see, boom, this one was like spent 800, got 800, but this one spent 800 and got 1,000. Okay, and this like, then you can see the difference between the campaigns, but you don't test like two campaigns, you test like more campaigns, because one campaign can maybe be good and the other one can maybe be bad, like on the same day. So you need to test more campaigns with more creatives. And then you test like, let's say 4 campaigns with one creative, 4 campaigns like with other creative, then you like see the spend near the sales. And you also like look at the CPM because you want to see it, you want to look at the cost per click, you want to see it on the CTR. You want to see it, and then you choose your winner. And then what you do with your winner, just take the ID of it and just put it on all of the campaigns that are on scale. And if you see like good result, you continue with that while you're working like with a ABO campaign with testing creatives. So basically all the time you want to find more creatives. And then when the scale ones kind of die, you just bring another winner creative and just put it on another test for 3 campaigns, match it for a few days, see if it go. No, just replace it. Basically this is our safety now. So I got like campaign.
Overall, the iOS 14 didn't hurt the ROAS. Like we are stable and even went up in the revenue and net profit.
That's awesome, guys. I think big part of that is that like you have been proactive about the creative, about like new content, and you haven't just like waited for the miracle.
Yeah, because we realized that it's about creative, because I saw that if you test like, let's say LLA, test broad, test cold, test anything, it doesn't matter because audience doesn't matter. Like for me, it doesn't matter. It's just there. You can test it, you can do it, you can narrow the ages, but it's just there. Basically, the main thing about the business overall, like in Facebook platform, testing lots of creatives, put it on scale, refresh it. That's it, basically. You can test audiences, but that's okay. It's on the side. It doesn't really matter. Just like, I think it's bringing like data for the pixel. That's it, basically.
Make sure you follow me on Instagram. It's Alex Fedotoff, 3F at the end, because I share behind the scenes strategies and things we do in our 8-figure business and also in my personal life. So make sure you follow me and I'll see you there. The issues you guys had with the PayPal, you mentioned you had some holds on PayPal, like probably like 90% of people, 90% of e-commerce entrepreneurs, dropshippers, they had this issue, right? So how did you overcome it? Like, so you had a hold, right? Did you get your money back finally from PayPal or not?
Yeah, so basically we started a store with PayPal only. And the problem on PayPal is that it was an Israeli PayPal, but the address, I put the business address of my United States LLC. They said, you can do it, boom, block. We had $20,000 there. It was in the first 2 weeks of the store. Then we had 1 month of not sales, like we closed all of the campaigns. In the meantime, I applied to Stripe, and now we are only running with Stripe. Stripe also did a little bit of problems, but you need to be prepared, like to give them all of the documents they need. You need to have a good shippings because they want to see like how many days the customers get the packages. Basically, when we got the block and we had to pause the store, we had 1 month of nothing, no sales. We lost a lot of money and we thought about like giving up, but I said like, why give up? I can try Stripe, maybe it will be good. And now we are only with Stripe. We do 30K days.
So only you don't use PayPal right now?
No.
Nah, it's for small scale. Like I think PayPal is just for testing. Like basically use PayPal for testing and then move on. Like basically just break up with them.
Okay, so even because our my experience with PayPal is that like it is different in different countries. We have, for example, PayPals in Europe, and those are extremely good. They can handle volume. We have no holds, we have no reserves. So, but like in Israel, you said it's the same, right? That like they give you issues if you scale.
Yeah, it's a problem. It's a matter of a country maybe, but you always need to have a backup. Like if PayPal doesn't work, boom, switch.
Or at least what I have found is that we used to keep like a lot of funds on PayPal. At some point, it was always like over like $1 million on PayPal, which was like stupid to keep that much. But like, I found that even if you use PayPal, you better just like kind of like either remove that money from the account like every day or so, or just pay with that money for the ad spend. So it's kind of like constantly goes away, right? So it's like not at any given point you're holding there the amount that would sabotage your business.
I also thought about it that if you spend like 1,000 on Facebook, just leave like, let's say 1,200. So you'll have like a little room, but you don't need to really have like lots of money there because it's really risky. Like for the ordinary man, just take the money like as much as you can and leave what you need just for the spend. But don't leave something over there, because for the ordinary man that doesn't got like lots of PayPal, lots of access to lots of gateways and everything, just take the money that you can take and just leave something for the spend, and that's it basically. Mm-hmm. Because for the ordinary man, you don't have like too much gateways and stuff, and it will just kill you, and that's it basically. But for us, basically, we just choose to not use that because we think that if we are going to take PayPal, just on like even like 10K a day, it won't manage basically. So just Stripe, and with good relationship with them, building trust. I
can also mention that we don't have any problems with Stripe because we have a really low dispute rate. So if you have a really great customer service and support, you won't get disputes and you won't get holds and bans.
I think that's such a good point. And I'm pretty sure like if you guys were like if you had, let's say, like good structure for the company and something, and you would continue using like PayPal, you wouldn't have any issues. Like, I mean, you have some like reserves, like small reserves, but if you have that kind of like good experience for customers, there are like not a lot of cases, like disputes and stuff, then, I mean, they're reasonably well, it's like, I think what they don't like is like, they don't like drop shippers that like ship for like 3-4 weeks, customers are pissed, and it's against their like terms and conditions.
I think it also depends like on the situation, because if you got like another gateway and the conversion rate is kind of the same with this one and this one, then you don't need the other one basically. Just work with the main one. If like it's the same conversion rate, just choose one. That doesn't really matter. Then the money is there. But basically, you're right that you need something for backup. But if like it doesn't like, I don't think it's like suitable for each one, like for each person. Mm-hmm. It depends on the situation, depends on the product, depends on the disputes and everything. So it kind of depends on the situation overall. Like if you sell something that that it's kind of risky, you're going to have like problems basically. So it's a matter of situation as well.
For sure. So you're based in Israel, right? And you're using US Stripe, and it's working well for you?
Yeah, we have an LLC. We opened a Stripe on the LLC, and I think it's working well because, as I said, we have a really low dispute rate.
Wow.
Like we have 50,000 orders currently, and we have only 7 disputes.
Holy shit.
So basically Stripe says, okay, this business is legit. They have a really great customer service. We don't need to block them, hold them,
This is awesome. So for Q4, you guys do anything kind of like to prepare for Q4 to maximize it? Do you expect like big increase in sales for Q4?
We didn't set the plans yet.
For Q4, we didn't set plans, right? But we want, of course, email marketing, SMS marketing, all of the ads aspect, but also plan on expanding to the EU, because currently we sell only in the US. We want to expand in the EU, and on a Q4, be on all over the world, make really great campaigns, email marketing, and just crush it. The goal is to go above 100K per day.
It's awesome. Do you use like Google, YouTube, any of the other platforms currently?
Basically, I told my social media manager from day one, I want all the platforms. I want daily posts on all platforms. I want to grow each platform. So then when I want to kind of go and market over there, I got something ready. So I got like a community there, something like that there. So we kind of just took here for the job to build our growth over there as well. Also, it helps for the SEO, so it's a kind of bonus. We kind of market on Google, Facebook. We want to go on Bing. We tried YouTube. YouTube, it kind of depends on the product. We would try TikTok. TikTok got a problem with the spend, so we need to find like maybe a better account, maybe better creative, lots of testing. You know, I think Pinterest, we want to set a marketing campaign there. We didn't do that yet. And on Taboola as well. So we got Taboola left and Pinterest to maybe hire someone for there because we don't have the time right now to spend over there. So we're going to hire someone for there. And also like we want to really play with TikTok because TikTok is another great way to expand. But it's just about like picking a viral video, like just finding a viral video that will go there, basically. So it's a matter of like not giving up over there.
That makes sense. So what's your plan with this brand? Do you want to like scale it? Do you want to eventually sell it? Or do you want to like launch and streamline this brand and launch like more brands, create like a portfolio? What's your goal with it?
The goal is to make it stable, scale it, make it a real brand, because we used to have only dropshipping stores, which, you know, after 2 months died and replaced the product.
Yeah.
This one is not the situation. We changed the mindset. We want to make it stable for years and years and just expand and help people because our product is really solving a problem and the customers really like it. So this is the goal, the main goal.
Do you plan to introduce like any other products to kind of like complement your product offering?
I think about like subscription. So basically, I want to really learn about subscription and put some offers over there and then test the subscriptions. This is what I want to do. But basically, yes, we kind of introduce similar products and kind of upsells that are related to the product and kind of just complete the product. So it will be like a great bundle for them. And this is boost also the AOV for us. But for now, like we want to focus on subscriptions when we will get the time, basically.
That's awesome. Cool, guys. I mean, what would be your like number one piece of advice to other entrepreneurs, let's say like 6-7 figure job shippers that already do some numbers, but as you said, it might go like in cycles. It might go like, you know, they might have like good like 2 months and then like there's no sales or very low sales. They have to readjust their whole business. What would be your advice for these guys?
I would say my top thing is invest in yourself and trust other people. Because let's say when we came to your program, we first needed to trust you and we wanted to invest in ourselves. Basically, because we joined the program, we doubled the store, the revenues, only because we trust you and we had the mindset that if we invest in ourselves, it will benefit us. Like, it's okay if it costs a lot of money, but the money doesn't matter. The knowledge and the networking and what you gain from investing in yourself is much better than the money. Like it came back twice and 10x than what it cost.
I mean, definitely. I mean, I can say the same for myself. You know, the masterminds, you know, the programs that I have joined, you know, like 30, 50, like $1,000, you know, masterminds. I mean, those have paid for themselves like many times over. As long as you have, as you said, like open mind, you know, you're willing to learn from, you know, from people. You really like, and it's not, and it's, I think it's like, it's like sometimes it's ego, right? Like sometimes it's like you learn from someone, but then like, because you think you know better, you wouldn't put that insight to work. But as Nadav said, like, you know, you guys been on one of the calls with Joy, also from the mastermind, like you learn something and you put that to work, and that's what gets the results, right? Like that's kind of like connecting those dots and actually like implementing it. That is a massive difference maker.
Yeah, this is the way to success. Just open your mind, hear new thoughts and take action, test things. This is basically how you grow, how you get out of your comfort zone. Yeah,
for sure.
Another thing that I can recommend is basically when you got like a business with a cash flow, invest that money, okay? Because in my first business, I just took the money and just had fun. Basically, just didn't invest in the company, didn't invest even in a creative. Just I didn't care.
You're young.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't even care about like the shipping and everything, but as long as you learn and adapt, it's okay that you make mistakes, and then you take the money that you get and basically invest it in people, invest it in everything. Basically, even courses, even like in a better shipping, even in about like better packaging, even in about like giving like a gift to the customers. Just use the money to grow, basically. So there is another sentence that we like to say. Basically, it's about working like on the business and not inside the business. So basically, when you get the cash flow, when you get everything done, okay, then you see that everything is okay. Hire someone for that, and that, and now focus on the things that are weak, and basically grow them, and build sales team on them. So basically, let's say we didn't have a call center before, before 3 days. What we're going to do now? Just network about it, learn about it, and adapt a team over there. And I hear that if you take maybe a call center to the abandoned checkouts, you can maybe make a department of getting more customers to come back again, customers that show interest. So then you can get like something that you didn't even thought about it, and invest like in the right team, and maybe it will work, maybe not. I don't know. I didn't took it into action yet. So it's about like working on the business.
Cool, guys. I mean, I'm looking forward to connect with you once you're at like 100K per day. I'm pretty sure you'll be there like pretty soon.
Very soon, yes.
And I mean, yeah, thank you guys I'm very grateful that these interviews make me so happy because, I see the impact that we make, and you are the guys who not only like joined the community, you took that step, but, you actually like took something from it, you implemented, you doubled your business. And I mean, that just fucking makes my day.
Thanks for the feedback, man.
Yeah, thank you guys. Yeah, looking forward to connect with you once you're at like 100K a day, and yeah,
just wait a month, man.
Keep pushing. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Alex.
Yeah, I'll post your like sometimes what we get from these interviews. Like I got like from Wouter, from Marek. Like if you don't mind, I'll post your like Instagrams below. So then
no problem.
Some good people might reach out to you. Hey, I'm also running like 7-8 figure business. I want to connect, and exchange some insights and stuff, so you can connect with some people. So drop your Instagrams, guys. You can connect with Nadav, with Lynn, and see what you can learn from each other. We all learn from each other.
Yeah, we'd love to help.
Thank you, guys. See you soon. Thanks everyone for watching. Bye-bye.